That poor little ship. I think he put his fire out, but it's going to have bigger problems soon as the light cruiser starts blasting away. A lot of guns.
Hello guys, and welcome back to Sea Power, naval combat in the Missile Age. Do bear in mind that this was recorded during early access and therefore is subject to change. Sea Power is now available to everyone, so make sure to check out the game using the link to the Steam page in the description. In this one we're going to be playing another mission sent in by Sent. It is called Narvik Approach. It is part of his Never Fade Away campaign that he has uploaded to the Steam Workshop, so I'll make sure to leave a link to that in the description as well if you want to check it out. It comes with 10 missions, so definitely worth having a go at. And if you want to give me any missions personally to have a go with, then make sure to jump on my Discord, also a link in the description, and jump to my Sea Power mission channel and I'll play them on stream. I do stream Sea Power every Saturday at 8 PM GMT, so if you want to see me have a go at these for the first time or just like check out your own missions, then yeah, come along then. But for now, let's jump on in to Narvik Approach. Now this is in a similar place to the Gauntlet mission that is provided by the devs, but of course in this case we are playing on the Soviet side and we're invading Narvik, which is really cool. So war has broken out. As we speak, Warsaw Pact ground forces are invading West Germany. However, it doesn't mean that the glorious Soviet Navy will stay in port during the remainder of this war. We have our own orders. We have sent a landing force to Narvik. That force is now approaching. Our objective is to capture the town and sink any local defense forces. Good luck. So I really enjoy this mission because it shows off a lot of ships that haven't really had chance to play around with much yet. So let me just take you through them. We first start off with the Ivan Rogov, and there's two of those. You can see what's interesting about them is they do have like some tanks on the deck here, the UAZs and stuff. They are equipped with some decent missiles. They do have the SAN-4 Gecko to defend themselves, as well as the Grail. They have themselves some decent Seawiz as well. So yeah, nice sort of defensive platform. So two of those. We've got a couple of these Ropucha class, which only come with these small guns, the 57 mils. The two of those, and then we have some Alligator class, which have the BTR on the front here, as you can see, which is very cool, as well as the 4.1 nautical mile 57 mil. This one has some BTRs and the UAZ on the top, and they are going to be escorted by a Cannon class destroyer, which has the SAN-1 Goa to help defend at long range, 16 nautical miles on that, as well as some anti-submarine capabilities. So that's going to be our first group here, which is all of the landing ships. We also have this big ship back here, the Boris Chilikin class. This is a fleet auxiliary ship, so pretty cool. It's just kind of hanging out, waiting to resupply. And then we have ourselves Task Force Zdanov, which is the Sverdlov class here. So the Sverdlov class, really cool light cruiser. It is very fast, 32 knots is its max speed, absolutely huge. It comes with 4 turrets which have 152 mil guns on them. So you can see them here, like 1, 2 at the front, 1, 2 at the back. And then it also has some 100 mils on the side, so it is very well equipped. These 100 mils have a 11.3 nautical mile range as well, so there's 3 turrets on this side and 3 turrets on the other side. Very awesome, as well as decent Seawiz to protect itself. You can see it's got like 4 on the front here, 2, actually that's 4 on the back as well. So loads of those, as well as anti-air capability. Then that's going to be escorted by 2 Petya 2 class, which are sort of small anti-submarine frigates. There's 2 of those, and then we're also being led by the Tarantor here. So this Tarantor has the like upgraded radars, very nice indeed, has the Grail to defend itself, it has the sticks, it has these guns on the front as well as the Seawiz, of course, on the back. Then at the front here we do have the Grishas,
which are going to be escorting another Tarantul. The Grecias are mostly anti-submarine, but they do have the Geckos, which can help against enemy aircraft. And you might have noticed that I already selected and changed course of these aircraft. So we have two MiG-21 fish beds, which are equipped with the AA-8, which is a short-range anti-air missile, heat-seeking missile. And then we also have a wing of Su-24s, which are flying pretty low at the moment. They come with the AS-10, which is an anti-surface missile, but it's laser guided at 5.4 nautical miles, so it's a pretty short-range anti-ship missile. Either way, we're going to put these up to 20,000 feet, and I'm going to put the surface search radar on, because that will help us identify units on the ground here without having to use our ships. None of my ships have helicopters, I believe, so we won't be able to use helicopters to identify enemy units. We're just going to mainly have to use our aircraft. I'm going to stick my air search radar on the MiG-21s as well, as they come over the top of our ships here. We might also lower their altitude slightly. But lots more contacts being found. We saw an Oslo back here briefly, which is a Norwegian ship, and this is another reason that this sort of scenario is really cool, because it's a well-balanced scenario that really allows you to go up against these Norwegian ships in a nice way. So these have Sea Sparrows, which are decent against enemy aircraft. They're good for intercepting as well. And then they have the Penguin Mark II, which is a 19 nautical mile anti-surface missile. So we've got to watch out for that, of course. We are going to be coming up against a lot of the Norwegian Navy today. You can see that there is an enemy aircraft over here. It's pretty close. So we'll set the MiG-21s to intercept. MiG-21s coming long range thanks to their fuel tanks to support this attack. I could also set on the radar of the Tarantul, maybe. It's a pretty decent radar on this thing. We have spotted some more ships here. There's a semi-large that has been identified there due to radar. We have no idea exactly what it is. Now, what height are these? They are currently at 10,000 feet. That one's at 15,000 feet. Let's turn on the SS radar of this one as well. Okay, I'm going to have this one engage both of these. We're not entirely sure what they are yet, but most likely Phantom. There goes one of my AA-8s. We'll hopefully hit the first one. Nice. And the second. It looks like that one missed. Sounded like it missed. My MiG-21 coming around behind it. There it is. Poof. Very nice. Alright, what about these? There's two more coming in. I'm going to fire at the second one as well, because I imagine that is also enemy. More Phantoms coming in. Yep, that's another Phantom gone down. The second one also gone down. Beautiful. Look at that. I love the missile trails. followed by the falling aircraft there. Very, very cool. It's a great job by the MiG-21. We need to be careful not to fly over whatever this potentially might be. I'm going to turn on the radar of all of these. I'm going to go fly over whatever this is, and we'll then deal with it. And these are all currently moving at flank speed. This can also go at flank speed. As I mentioned, this ship is very fast, so there's no real reason for me to have the light cruiser trailing behind. Too much, at least. It says that it could be a trawler. Okay, it turns out that it is a solder, which is a sort of minesweeper of the Norwegians. It only has a 20mm to defend itself, so we'll just pop that nice and quick. What can I use to kill that? It might be worth just waiting and firing an SAN-4 at it. Meanwhile, we'll head over and see what the following units are. We saw some units on land here, some radar contacts. I'm going to split these up a bit. I might actually just like to span this formation so that we can use those separately. So we'll have one head south to check out these two contacts, and we'll have two head north. So looks like these are coastal artillery we're going to want to start dealing with because they're already firing. They're going to be firing at my Tarantor. We're going to want to maybe turn those around for the time being, just to make sure that these aren't firing at me. Both of those are firing. There's also Schleppnir here. This can't defend itself very well either. It only has its main guns to use. I might not be able to use these because they have like a maximum height that they can be used from. So we'll have to come down to like 10,000 feet and then use them. Okay, that one's being laser guided in. Nice, good hit. Let's have that one head down to 10,000 as well. Okay, round we go. How are these doing? Anyone been hit yet? Like we're all okay. I'll check the damage in a second. But here go the AS-10s to try and take out this coastal artillery. They have some serious range. Oh, it looks like they might just be firing at the aircraft. Okay, they're not actually firing at the ships. I was going to say, they're not in range to hit the ships. That would have been some crazy range otherwise. I see some helicopters coming in. Gonna have to deal with those. There's also these all traveling pretty fast. These are Hawks. They have the 19 nautical mile anti-ship missile. They may warrant a shot from the AS-10. And the nice thing about the AS-10 actually is that because it's a laser designated missile, it's extremely accurate and it doesn't like veer off to a different target. Like some radar missiles, they will like change target to the like largest radar echo when you really don't want them to. I hope we don't get hit by flak in the meantime because we have to keep the laser designation on target. There we go, lovely stuff. We'll pull these away. I might just send them back up to like 20,000 feet for the time being to make sure those guns on the ground can't do the job. But there goes the third Hawk there. Very good. And since we can see those helicopters, I'm gonna go take those out. So we'll probably have to fly relatively low. We'll bring the MiGs down to like 10,000 feet so they don't have to dive as much. Yeah, the Sleipnir here, not going to be too much of a problem. It's mostly an anti-sub ship. Actually got its sonar on. Turn these back now. Currently, the Danov zooming along. It's 28 knots. Absolutely crazy. We took away the immediate threat. There are some Snog class here. These also have 19 nautical mile range. So we might want to deal with those. There is, however, a Nox class frigate here. And this isn't so good against enemy ships. It's more of a ASW platform. What I'm going to do, we're going to get these three to dive down and engage these Schnugs. This is going to have to go down to like 10,000 feet in order to use that. Okay, we've discovered the helicopters as well. Next to the radar on the MiG. I'm actually just like to span this formation as well, actually. Okay, nice coordinated strike here, so that's 2 infrared missiles. It looks like they're both going for the same one there. Okay, missiles away from the Su-24s. I'm doing a dive to try and gun run. Right, let's pull out of that because he's probably going to crash. But these Snooks are going to get hit pretty hard by the AS-10. Okay, let's pull them away. MiG-21 here. Can probably go for a gun run. I might go for a gun run. If we come up to like, say 6,000, I reckon we can just kill that MB-500 with a cheeky gun run here. Or Rim 7 flying off the Nox towards the Su-24 there. A really fun, action-packed mission. There goes the MB-500. Nice strafe there by the MiG-21. I could also probably strafe the Sauder to death, to be honest. They're basically a little trawler. It's certainly on fire. Right, how many AS-10s do we have left? We've got 2 left. This one's already used up all of its AS-10s, so we'll just send it up to like 37,000 feet. Another strafing run. Make sure we pull away from that flak. I'll send them back up to 20,000 feet. Cool. Well, we should probably be in range shortly. Might have to slow down the Tarantor briefly. Just so that its supporting ships can catch up. So far so good. All the Hawks are dead, all the Snooks are dead. The Schleppnir we can smash. Actually, I could probably use my guns on the Stanov here. Just obliterate the Sauda. We'll put the hundreds on that and then the 150s. Actually, we can do all both. Let's just do both. I might have it leave the formation actually, just so that the others can continue on their own way. But here we go. That poor little ship. I think he put his fire out, but it's going to have bigger problems soon as the light cruiser starts blasting away. A lot of guns. I'm curious if he's going to be able to use these rear guns as well. That'd be so much firepower on target. Alright, let's stop that loitering at low altitude. We're going to send this one up to 20,000 feet and move it around the back as well. You're on this minesweeper, you can see that cruiser in the distance just blasting away. You could probably hear it too. Oh, there's a nice direct hit. There is actually two ships back here. I might have this Su-24 go and hit that. Oh, looks like it's sinking. Certainly taking on a lot of water now. I'm probably just going to send a missile from the Tarantor at the Schleppnir. Yeah, that ship is pretty doomed. Right, we'll stop firing and we'll get our move on up the straight here. Okay, here's the other Su-24. Let's bring it down to 10,000. And we'll go for a shot onto the Oslo. Although the Oslo does have the Sea Sparrow, so we'll have to be a bit careful about that. I could have this one come in at the same time, actually. But they were already diving in at quite fast speed. Right, they've abandoned ship. up near here. It's going to have a hard time destroying that. Right, missile away. There's another Sleipnir. Room 7's missing so far. Oh, we managed to hit it. Okay, up we go. I'm going to take this one really, really low. And we'll just afterburn. The Sleipnir did get hit on the front there. That is a big old chunk out the front of the Sleipnir. Okay. Missiles are inbound, but our missile is away. Oh, that sea spout was close. You saw it whiz past the camera there. Oh, it went down the last second, and the missile splashed into the back of the Oslo here. It went behind it just. Okay, well, that's what I was saying was the trouble with the AS-10s and their lack of range. Huge. Alright, well, we can still use the Tarantul, but we need to get past the Nox first. So, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to launch the 4 missiles. Actually, I probably want to get rid of the Sleipnir, or at least let the Sleipnir sink before we fire them, because otherwise the missile might retrack. There it goes. It's going to sink nicely for us. Salda's underwater. These have all hit the bottom already. Norwegian Navy. Falling like flies. I will admit the first time that I did this mission it was a hell of a lot more messy. But it is a really, really fun mission. Oh, there is another helicopter here. Like a job for the MiG-21. Oh, the sea just looks beautiful from up here. The ship's in the distance over there as well. V-Power is just such a gorgeous game. There it is, there's a helicopter down there. Or is that the shadow of the helicopter? That might be the shadow. The helicopter's actually here. Nice. Good job, Mig. We do a celebratory low fly past the ships. You're on the you're on the ship. And the MiG's just gonna come say hello to you. Very, very cool. Let's just send it back up to 20,000 feet. Ooh, right. That was a bit of a wonky maneuver there. Okay, if the Sleipnir is sunk, yeah, we can go ahead and launch our missiles. We're just going to send all 4 at the Nox, because the Nox is actually relatively capable of defending itself against this kind of attack. So we'll just make sure that that is very dead. And then once that goes down, we can launch our missiles against the Oslo and the Sleipnir, but we'll probably just go for the Oslo first. Do we have any sonars on? We don't. I mean, to be honest, now that we know exactly what all the enemy contacts are, we might as well just pop our radars on. So we'll do formation orders, sensor orders, air search radar on, surface search radar on. We'll just have to go around and do the surface search manually. I mean, it's probably faster for me to do it like that anyway. Okay, cool. So just using like mouse button 4 to just zoom through and select them all that nice and quick. Gotta make sure that my cruiser, because it's so fast, doesn't crash into the back of my ships. These aren't moving too fast, are they? Get some speed on. Same here. We want to go ahead flank. Now that they've caught up. Gonna move on. Alright, the Nox trying to get its launcher ready to go. Rim 7F really failing the mark here. Oh, that's going to be nasty. Oh, just completely destroyed. Massive kill onto the docks there. Okay, let's go ahead and whip a missile or two towards the Oslo. We're going to send 2. And we'll leave the last one for the Sleipnir, which should struggle to shoot it down if it's on its own. It may be worth me actually coming over here and gun running this radar as well. I'm not sure if it's capable for the MiGs to actually kill that with their cannons, but we'll give it a go. Let's make sure these are ahead flank as well. We just got to wait for the 2 NCs, oh, sorry, SSN 2Cs to come in and hit the Oslo. Where did my other Su-24 end up? Did that get shot down as well? Maybe it was just hanging around too much. Too long. Unless I just like sent it off to the middle of nowhere. I imagine the Nox might have shot it down. I'm just coming away from this ship because if we go ahead and put like a circle on this of 10 nautical miles, we're gonna be almost in range there. We kind of want to come round the back here and then hit the radar. Pretty sure that's the range on the Sea Sparrow. Yeah, 10 nautical miles. So yeah, big fan of this mission, mainly because it introduces you to the Norwegian Navy quite nicely. And the Norwegian Navy can be really strong if you let them get too close. And they can do a lot of damage to your smaller ships, which are also like lacking in capability to defend themselves. But you do have, of course, the Grail and the Geckos, but the sort of missiles that they have, the Penguins, they're pretty good because they're so small, so they're kind of hard to hit. I'm just going to give this the order to gun run. Down you go. The radar's like down here. He also is going to be more scared about these two missiles coming its way anyway. It's turning. Oh, oh, it's so done. It's so done. Wait, did the other one go over the top? It did. Okay, I thought it was going to hit the second ship for a second there, but it didn't. Well, the MiG-21 is going to have free reign on hitting the radar, which is just here in front of it. Well, we hit it, but it didn't die. Alright, well, one ship remains in defense of Narvik. And we do have a present for it in the form of the Tarantul. We'll just wait for that to sink a bit more so it doesn't absorb the missile. Then we'll fire away. MiG-21 going back for another run with the 23mm. No kill. Okay, that's fine. Let's get this Tarantul to go and launch its missile at the Sleipnir. Sleipnir's already moved in front, so all good. Right, Mr. MiG, you need to get out of there. Okay. I might have this one come across and have a go at the radar as well. I'm not sure if the radar needs to be dead in order to win. Very pretty on the bottom. It's the Sleipnir. Alright, SSN2C on its way. Let's go ahead and speed things up as that zooms forwards. I've got to be careful with time dilation when you're using aircraft to attack at low altitude, because it can cause them to smack right into the dirt, which would obviously not be ideal. Alright, Mr. Sleipnir, can you shoot it down? Styx missile is a pretty fat missile. Oh nice, the radar's still destroyed. There we go, we got it. Now we just need to kill this ship. Straight into the front. Absolutely destroyed. Alrighty. Oh, there's that. We'll go ahead down low altitude. Get a little bit of a strafe in from the MiG-21. It is very on fire though. There's a big missile that hit it. No mercy. Here we go. It'd actually be kind of funny if it ended up getting shot down. Because the rear gun was firing there, but the front of the ship is going under very rapidly. Okay. And with that, I imagine we have won. There we go. We have paved the road towards victory. Continue towards Narvik and commence landing operations. Well done. Alright, decisive victory. With all of their ships destroyed. We did end up losing 2 Su-24s. We saw one get shot down, the other one must have just got caught out by a missile. But fantastic stuff. Really, really enjoyed this mission, both this time I played it around and the first time I played it around, because of just the interesting units that you have at your disposal. And if like missiles do happen to like swing through, like watching the Ivan Rogov like defend themselves with their missiles was really cool as well. Didn't really get a chance to watch that today, but MiG-21s were doing absolute work with their cannons. Really, really fun stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.